Hello everyone! So today's activity I'm very excited for. It's going to be a lot of fun. What you're going to need is some scratch paper, a pencil with a pretty decently sharpened point, a cup of water and a paintbrush, your palette, and a couple colors of your choosing. I decided to go with yellow ochre, some green, and white, but the end result is going to look almost like a mountain range, and blues and purples are also really good for mountain ranges. So as always, I encourage exploration and using materials you have on hand. So let's go ahead and get started. So before we get started, let's keep in mind that our end result is to look a little bit like a mountain range. And we're going to start by drawing a line on our scratch piece of paper with our pencil. I've decided to make mine look a little bit more like rolling hills, nothing too exaggerated, but definitely giving me the feel of some mountains. And after I drew on my line, I'm going to get my brush, make sure that it's saturated with water, and then do a light coat over the line I just drew. And it's okay if it goes a little bit off to the sides. And now what I'm going to do is slowly tear along the line that I drew that is now wet from my brush. And it'll go mostly along the pencil line you just drew. It's okay if it tears a little bit off from that, but now what we did is created this stencil that's going to remind us of a mountain range. So I'm going to start with my smaller sketchbook, and I want to use a little yellow ochre with my green over here. I'm pretty sure it's a viridian green. And I'm going to just go ahead and coat the bottom of this page, thinking about how this first one is going to be the mountain furthest away from us. So I'm going to focus more on covering the paint towards the top, since I know I'm going to place another mountain range underneath. So I'm adding a lighter green mountain range underneath. I'm trying to be sure that I'm not touching too much on the paper because it's still a little bit wet, so you might want to give it a little extra time to dry than I am in this video. And now I'm going to grab my larger sketchbook, which I already coated with this dark reddish orangey burnt sienna-y page. And you can do that. You can work with white. You can work with a completely different background. If you wanted to add like a sky blue or something, totally go for it. I just really wanted to see, more so than mountains, just how interesting these shapes look playing together with the particular palette that I selected. So I'm just going to do this red and green, contrasting colors here and see what I get. So I did the same thing with the darker green and then the lighter green up top, and this is the part where I just start having a little bit more fun. I'm going to grab my little guy again and add some more to it. I think that the second layer of green I put on wasn't as light as I liked it to be, so I'm going to spruce that up a little bit. And this is where I encourage you all to have some fun as well, do different colors. I did a layer of 2, you could do 3 or 4, and you could create more stencils with different pieces of scratch paper so you could have more variety in the way that the range would look, and different colors. The sky is the limit here. And you know what? Who says that we can't have a mountain in the sky? I think that for my larger sketchbook, I'm going to go ahead and place another range over at the top of the page because I just want to see how these shapes are going to play and interact with one another on the page. And I want to focus on having one with a little bit more of the yellow ochre on the top of the page and just see what I get because we're just having fun and experimenting with colors and shapes. And I'd love to see what you all create, so please feel free to leave me some comments or photos below. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm coming out with a new video every Monday. Have a good day and have fun!